Think about this for a second. The human body, and really every living form, is an astonishing piece of engineering. It's not just complicated in the way a machine is complicated. It's alive, self-regulating, and in many ways still mysterious. Even with everything modern science has uncovered, we are still far from fully understanding how the whole system works as one. And here's a big idea to sit with. Our bodies emerged from the same universe that produced everything else. So it's possible that, in some sense, the body carries within it patterns or know-how that relate to far more than biology alone. If we ever reach a deep, complete understanding of how the body truly functions, it could change more than medicine. It could reshape how we approach science, technology, and our relationship with nature itself. One of the most striking features of the body is something we often take for granted: it heals itself. No human-made machine does that on its own. A cut closes. A broken bone can knit back together. Even after serious illness, many people recover in ways that still feel almost miraculous. There are also those stories that challenge our usual explanations, cases where people seem to will their way out of disease, where recovery happens against expectations, and where the reasons aren't clear. People often describe this as mind over matter. Whether you interpret that spiritually, psychologically, or biologically, it brings up a real question: what exactly is driving healing from within? We do know this much: when the self-healing system is working well, it supports immunity and resilience. And when it's not functioning properly, the body becomes vulnerable. Illness takes hold more easily. And if the situation continues unchecked, the body can decline to the point of irreversible damage. So the question becomes, why do living bodies have this built-in capacity to repair themselves? Why would nature, or evolution, include what seems like a switch for self-healing? Biology gives one practical answer: healing is how the body returns to homeostasis, meaning a balanced, stable internal state. Your temperature, hormones, blood chemistry, nervous system signals, and countless other processes are constantly adjusting, trying to stay within a healthy range. When something knocks a system off center, the body pushes to restore equilibrium. This idea of balance isn't only modern biology. Traditional systems like Ayurveda and Chinese medicine have long been built around the concept that health is equilibrium and that illness reflects imbalance. Their medicines, diets, and physical practices aim to bring the system back into alignment. But a deeper question still remains: why does the body insist on balance in the first place? One possible way to look at it is that from the very moment a form develops, it must negotiate a relationship with the forces around it. Gravity, electromagnetic fields, climate and environment. Influences we can measure, and perhaps others we haven't fully mapped yet. From the beginning, the body isn't separate from its surroundings, it becomes a kind of agreement with them. And then there's another drive that might be even more fundamental: once a form exists, it tries to sustain itself. In evolutionary terms, survival and continuation are built into life. Every organism resists dissolution. That may be why fear of death is so universal. Life wants to keep its form, protect it, and if possible, pass it on. From that perspective, self-healing is not a bonus feature. It's central to maintaining form. Disease, then, can be seen as a disturbance, a disruption caused by forces from within or without. Healing is the body's attempt to restore its structure and its balance. And if humans could learn to master the forces that disturb us, maybe we could recover faster, suffer less, and potentially extend healthy life in ways that today seem out of reach. Interestingly, this theme of equilibrium shows up not just in biology, but also in older yogic thought. In the Yoga Sutras, sage Patanjali describes a kind of mastery where a yogi, through deep discipline and focused inner practice, gains understanding of the elements and their qualities. The idea is that this knowledge can lead to a protective shield, something that reduces the harmful impact of external forces and helps the body maintain balance with its environment. In that view, the result is a perfected body, stable in form, graceful, strong, radiant, and less vulnerable to disturbances. and because it resists negative influence, it stays closer to a constant healing state. Now, you don't have to accept every part of that literally to find something useful in it. The underlying message is clear: if healing is about balance, and imbalance is partly influenced by the world around us, then strengthening our ability to stay balanced could enhance the body's natural repair systems. That leads to another idea worth reflecting on. A well-functioning healing process often means less pain. And pain management, in one form or another, sits at the center of much human seeking. Across cultures and religions, people have looked for ways to reduce suffering. Promises of heaven, better rebirth, spiritual liberation, or inner peace can be understood, at least partly, as different responses to the same core problem: how do we deal with pain, fear, and vulnerability? So what are some practical ways to support the body's self-healing capacity? Let's talk through a few possibilities. First, build real tolerance to your environment instead of living in constant artificial comfort. Many of us spend our days moving between air conditioning, heaters, purified air, and tightly controlled indoor conditions. While comfort has its place, always avoiding heat, cold, and natural variation can make the body less adaptable. Over time, that reduced adaptability may weaken immunity and make the system more soft, more easily disrupted by infection and stress. Second, consider the body's relationship with larger physical forces, like the Earth's electromagnetic and gravitational fields. Research in this area exists, though it's not always widely discussed. The basic suggestion is that the body is influenced by these fields, and that practices which stabilize the nervous system may help us tune ourselves to the environment more effectively. In that context, meditation and pranayama, or regulated breathing practices, are often highlighted. They can calm the mind, regulate stress responses, and improve the internal coherence of the body. Even if you strip away all mystical language, you are still left with a practical insight: deep breathing and focused attention can shift physiology, and physiology shapes immunity and healing. Third, become less penetrable to other people's opinions and emotional projections. This one is subtle but powerful. The mind doesn't only think, it also takes in social signals constantly. Criticism, gossip, hostility, comparison, and approval-seeking can become a steady stream of stress. And chronic mental stress has real biological consequences, from inflammation to sleep disruption to weakened immune regulation. Developing a strong mind through reflection and deep thinking can help you deflect negativity instead of absorbing it. The goal isn't to stop caring about people. It's to stop being internally yanked around by every outside judgment. When your mind is steadier, your body often follows. So when we step back, the picture looks like this: the body heals because it seeks balance, and because life is wired to preserve its form. Illness may be understood as disturbance, and healing as restoration. And whether we approach it through modern biology, traditional medicine, or yogic philosophy, the common theme is adaptation and equilibrium. The big takeaway isn't that we can control everything, or that willpower alone cures disease. It's that the self-healing system is real, it's central to life, and there may be ways to support it, by living more in tune with our environment, regulating breath and mind, and building psychological resilience against negativity. And maybe the most exciting part is this: the more we understand the body's inner intelligence, the more we may learn not only how to heal better, but how to build a smarter, more respectful partnership with nature itself.